Welcome to the channel Food Tech Insight. We are going to start a new playlist called drying. So we know that drying is the process of removal of moisture content at any given temperature. So before going into details of drying, it's better to know what is moisture content and how it is represented in different contexts. So let us start. We know moisture content is amount of water present in a moisture sample. Commonly, it's represented in two bases, one wet basis and another one is dry basis. When come to moisture content on wet basis, is the amount of water per unit mass of moist or wet sample, or in other words, is the ratio of mass of water to mass of moist sample. So we know that any sample or moist sample, it consists of water plus dry solids. So we can write the moisture content on wet basis as mass of water to the ratio of mass of water to the mass of dry solids. And it's most commonly used in the context of agriculture materials and food products. For example, a farmer is selling his grains having moisture content 12% to some other middleman or an industry person. Their 12% means moisture content in wet basis. And for example, a food product having a 12% moisture content in his labeling, so there it represents moisture content on wet basis. And moisture content on wet basis is always less than 100% because the denominator in the moisture content of wet basis is always more than the numerator, because the denominator is sum of mass of water plus mass of dry solids. Next, moisture content on dry basis. It is the amount of water per unit mass of dry solids present in a sample, or it is the ratio of mass of water to mass of dry solids. This kind of moisture content representation is most commonly used in scientific purpose or during drying any agriculture product, because it's very simple to use in calculations, because uh, the amount of water present in sample is directly proportional to the dry solids, and moisture content on dry basis can be more than 100%, because if you take some products like fruits and vegetables which consist of moisture content around 75 to 90%, in such case the numerator, that's amount of water, is very high than the denominator, that is dry solids. Next, relation between moisture content on wet basis and dry basis. When you are attending a competitive exam or while you are solving a numerical, the moisture content in problem was given in some basis and we have to substitute the moisture content in another basis in formulas, for example during calculation of drying time. So in such cases, the relation between moisture content on wet basis and dry basis are very useful to convert from one basis to another basis. So let us derive the relation between the both moisture content on wet basis and dry basis. So we know that moisture content on wet basis equal to weight of water divided by weight of water plus weight of dry solids. So divide both numerator and denominator with weight of dry solids. We know that ratio of weight of water to weight of dry solids is moisture content on dry basis. So the above formula will become moisture content on dry basis divided by moisture content on dry basis plus 1. So if you know moisture content on dry basis, you can easily convert it into wet basis. Similarly, if you know moisture content on wet basis, we can convert it into moisture content on dry basis. So we know that moisture content on dry basis equal to weight of water divided by weight of dry solids. So we can write weight of dry solids as weight of sample minus weight of dry solids. So divide both numerator and denominator with weight of sample. So we know that weight of water to the weight of sample is moisture content on wet basis. So the above formula will become moisture content on wet basis divided by 1 minus moisture content on wet basis. Let us see the quick summary of relation between moisture content on wet basis and dry basis. And most of the students will be confused like when to use 1 and when to use 100, or when to use plus sign or when to use minus sign. So if you are using moisture content in decimals, for example, in the problem it is given like 12% moisture content. So if you are using in decimals like 0.12, so you have to use the 1 in the denominator. If you want to substitute the moisture content in percentage directly, then you have to use 100. And we know that moisture content on dry basis is always greater than wet basis, because in the formula of moisture content on dry basis, the denominator is only the dry solids, but in wet basis it is the weight of the sample. So the moisture content on dry basis is always greater than wet basis. Keeping the fact that moisture content on dry basis is always greater than the moisture content on wet basis, if you are converting moisture content in dry basis to wet basis, we know that the moisture content on wet basis will be less than the dry basis. So in order to get the moisture content on wet basis less, the denominator should be more than the numerator. So if you want to get denominator more, you should add. So, and in other case, if you are converting moisture content on wet basis to dry basis, we know that the moisture content in dry basis is always greater than the wet basis. So in such cases, if you want to get moisture content higher, so you should minus the moisture content of wet basis from 1 or 100 in order to get higher values. Let us solve two simple numericals on relation between moisture content on wet basis and dry basis. In the question, it is asked that convert 150% of moisture content on dry basis to wet basis. So we have to convert to moisture content on wet basis. So we know that moisture content on wet basis equal to moisture content on dry basis divided by 1 plus moisture content on dry basis. So if we are using 1, you should substitute the values in decimal. So 1.5 divided by 1 plus 1.5, that is 1.5 divided by 2.5, that is 0.6. If you multiply with 100, you will get 60% moisture content on wet basis. Similarly, solve this numerical and comment the answer in comment section. We will reply there whether it is right or wrong. Let us solve one more problem. In earlier slides, we discussed that moisture content represented in dry basis is very easy to use, because it's the moisture content is directly proportional to the dry matter. So how it is easy, we will see in this problem. So here in this question, 500 kg of paddy at 22% moisture content on wet basis is dried to 14% moisture content on wet basis, or the 500 kg of paddy at 28.2% moisture content in dry basis is dried to 16.27% moisture content in dry basis. and in this question it is asked that calculate the amount of water removed. So we know that moisture content on wet basis equal to weight of water by weight of sample. So we know that initial moisture content is 22%. We want to calculate the weight of water. So we know the weight of the sample is 500 kg. So then weight of water equal to 110 kg. Now we have to calculate the weight of dry matter. Dry matter equal to weight of sample minus weight of water. So 500 minus 110, that's equal to 390 kg. So now we have the amount of dry matter and the weight of water we know. Then this moisture content at 22% is reduced to 14%. So we have to calculate the weight of water at 14%. So we know that according to formula of moisture content on wet basis, so moisture content on wet basis is equal to weight of water plus divided by weight of sample. Here we don't know the weight of the sample, so we know the weight of the dry matter, so we can write it as weight of water plus weight of dry solids. So we know that weight of dry solids is 390. So if you calculate the weight of water from here, you will get weight of water as 63.48 kg. So we know the weight of water at 22%, weight of water at 22% and weight of water at 14%. So if you want to calculate how much amount of water removed, so we have to subtract this from the initial moisture content, that is 110 minus 63.49, that equal to 46.51 kg. If you want to calculate amount of water removed when moisture is represented in dry basis, you can directly calculate the weight of water by calculating the difference between the initial and final moisture content. Like we know that moisture content on dry basis is equal to weight of water by weight of dry solids. Here we want to calculate the amount of water removed. So that is the difference between initial and final moisture content. So 28.2 minus 16.27 divided by 100 to convert into decimals by weight of water by weight of dry solids. So you can directly calculate weight of water. That will come same as amount of water removed when it is represented in weight moisture content on wet basis, that is 46.51 kg. But if you want to do similar kind of calculation with moisture content in wet basis, you will get wrong answer, like 0.22 minus 0.14 equal to weight of water by weight of sample, that is 500 kg. If you calculate weight of water, you will get wrong answer. You will get around 70 kg. So that is wrong, because here the moisture content is dependent on the weight of the sample, which is not constant. At 22% moisture content, we know weight of the sample is 500 kg. But at 14% moisture content, we don't know the weight of the sample. But in dry basis, the denominator is always constant, that is dry matter. If you dry a product, the moisture will be evaporated, but the dry matter is constant throughout the drying. So don't do this with wet basis, you will get wrong answer. So keep this in mind. So while using moisture content in wet basis, try to solve by using formula. But in case of moisture content in dry basis, you can directly subtract and you can calculate the amount of water removed. So thank you for watching the video. If you like the content, give a thumbs up and like, share, subscribe.